This week on Cartoon Dumpster Dive, brother, we cover the Mongo Wrestling Alliance. The cream of the crop.
Yeah, this ain't no cream of the crop. I can tell you that much.
Oh, God. It is. It's not.
Joel, I think I asked this when we talked about Mucha Lucha.
Yep.
You big wrestling fan? You grew up with wrestling?
I did. I actually grew up on the WCW.
Right.
Andrew, which
I knew about the WWF, had friends that watched it, didn't really watch it.
No, me and my brothers, it was WCW, man. We was watching that every week. I remember when Goldberg was introduced in the WCW, we played all the WCW games on the N64. We played the shit out of those. Loved it back then when I was a kid. Have not kept up with it after WCW basically failed and ended.
I mean, I have a lot of friends who are into wrestling now. I won't shit talk them because I feel like as a grown man who's still into superheroes and comics, it seems kind of gauche. Seems kind of hypocritical. I mean,
you gotta draw the line somewhere.
It's just like they're like, I would say my hobby's a little cheaper.
Yep.
Because I feel like, I mean, for people who want to go see like Raw live or whatever, but also my hobby accidentally ruined all of cinema. So
it did. Way to go, comic.
I know. It's like I just wanted to.
Let's be honest.
I just wanted to see Iron Man. I didn't know this was going to happen.
Let's be honest. Wrestling, which that's what it's called here in the South. Wrestling. It stayed in its lane. It has
true.
It has not cheapened other forms of entertainment, if that makes sense.
That's true. They did have to. John Cena did that one apology to China as a whole by calling Taiwan a nation or something in Mandarin. That was weird, mainly because it was John Cena talking Mandarin. But I understand, like, I guess money comes first in that particular. Right. Vince McMahon was like, "You better learn it quick, buddy."
That just makes me wonder, how big is the WWF in China to the point?
It would be the WWE. But
I'm sorry. You're
dude,
right.
They love the Fast and the Furious and like ridiculous American things.
True.
So now I'm sure that's right up their alley.
As I've gotten older, I do love going back, like watching some stories and like reliving some of these old wrestling storylines.
Yeah.
Because wrestling is pretty fascinating with some of these crazy storylines that they will build.
I agree. And I would say that, like, I don't know the names of any of them, but all the behind the scenes podcast where they get like The Undertaker or Mick Foley and all these are like the Big Show. And they're like, all right, tell us some stories like about every story. So the two stories, like when they have a story about it, the two best people to hear one are Mick Foley stories and Andre the Giant stories.
Yeah.
Like they're always like, Mick Foley's is oddly enough how cheap he was.
Yep.
And then Andre the Giant is just like how strong he was, where they're just like, they're like, it is indescribable how strong Andre was in his prime.
This might be a bad example of what wrestling is, but it is like, imagine all the drama kids in your high school
Were jacked.
were just jacked, steroid, coked up alcoholics. And that's wrestling.
I mean, it's why The Rock is a good actor. I mean, he just has bad roles, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
he gives a solid performance, and people are like, how could you say that? I'm like, he's an actor who also can pile drive. But I'll tell you this, the Mongo Wrestling Alliance, we were supposed to do an Adult Swim month. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
My son was going through a rather difficult sleep regression.
Life got busy.
And by the time he would actually go to sleep, it was so late that we were like, this is not happening. And then we'd be like, okay, we'll try tomorrow.
Because we still have regular jobs.
Yeah.
We still have regular jobs we got to do.
It's like,
wake up early.
Yeah. And, you know, I have one of those careers where I was funny in high school. So now I have to drink Monsters to have a career. So there you go.
Are you saying your career in high school of being funny paid the bills, Andrew?
No, if like, it's one thing I will instill in my son, unless like money and comedy is a thing that he wants to pursue. Cause I think that's where I fucked up. Maybe if I tried and failed, I don't know, but I ain't getting rich off of being funny no more. So
yep.
Like, I'll be like, hey, if you're going to do this shit, you better stick with it, because trades, they're not as glamorous as TikTok makes them out to be. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I used to have jobs, like, it's kind of settled down now, and I'm in a comfortable position now. I still have to wake up early, but there used to be jobs where if I had I saw popsicles, I'm like, fuck. We're about to work so hard and for a very, very long time.
Yep.
But yes, we're here to talk about the Mongo Wrestling Alliance, a very short-lived CGI/fan flash animation show. Same vein a la the Drinky Crow show.
Yeah.
Very short. Super violent, super offensive. Just not as funny.
Oh, it is super violent, super offensive. It did have a couple.
It has its moments.
It's got some moments.
Yeah,
just
but like
Drinky Crow.
Yeah, but I felt like Drinky Crow was like had more funny moments. Maybe if you're into wrestling, it's a little better. I will say that.
I guess, like, you must just be the, like, world's, like, biggest hardcore wrestling fan to really appreciate this show.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'd have to ask somebody who's into wrestling. And here's our guest. No, I'm just kidding. We ain't
I think we know someone who's big into wrestling.
I think Dusty is. Dusty is big into wrestling.
Yeah, we could ask. We'll ask.
It's one of those things where it's like when my friends bring up wrestling, I'm like,
you just sold out. You're like, all right.
They'll tell me about it. And like, isn't that cool? I'm like, if you say so. Like, I don't know.
I'm about to just blank out for the next 45 minutes.
There are new wrestlers. Like when they were like John Cena's retiring, I'm like, wait, he's the newest one I know.
Yeah, like didn't he just come into?
Didn't he just show up? Yeah, no, he's done.
Dude,
he's old.
That's like 20 years old now.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't have a theme song.
It has a very brief intro, like
yeah, there's an
6
intro,
seconds.
but it like swoops in, shows them, says Mongo Wrestling Alliance. So
Yeah.
there's no theme song to review. So I guess that's why we're just kind of hopping
Talking
into
about
it.
Yep.
So, let's get into how this got made, Joel.
It's actually pretty interesting, Andrew.
Okay.
This show aired in 2011, ran for 10 episodes, which for Adult Swim shows, because every episode's 11 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you did not last a very long time.
No, it came and went. I'm pretty sure this was one of those panel shows that they did.
Yeah.
If you remember me talking about that once, where the panel's like me, Watt, Early, Kyler, and Charco.
Yeah.
And they talk with Space Ghost and they show you the pilot. I'm almost certain this is one of them.
I almost, so because of who created this show, I almost feel like it was like a freebie to this person.
I gotcha.
Because it was Tommy Blotcha, who is a co-creator of Metalocalypse.
Okay.
And I can't help but to think that at this peak, Metalocalypse like is huge. Everybody loves it, to the point where they was just like, hey, you want to do another show with us? Yeah, here you go. You know, we'll throw you $500 to get it created. Because Adult Swim will do that. They will just give you a budget of $12 or whatever just to get a show going.
Right.
So to talk about kind of where this show comes from, we need to talk about Tommy Blotcha himself. Okay. So like I said, he co-created Metalocalypse. Going all the way back to kind of his beginning, this man kind of started his writing career on the Conan O'Brien show in 1993. Now, he was doing a lot of writing for them, but in 1999, I think this is really where the show, you see the roots of it coming in. In 1999, he lands himself a gig with WWE, Andrew. Well, at that time, it was the WWF.
Yeah, it was, the WWF. I was trying to think of when the change happened.
Yeah. He actually worked at WWE for a very long time, all the way up into the 2000s. So his whole job in the WWE was to write storylines for wrestlers. He's actually, I had to look this up. He wrote what is, I guess, considered one of the worst Monday Night Raw moments.
Okay.
Which is when Mae Young delivers a hand baby.
A hand baby?
He's actually in like this clip too.
Okay.
I had to look it up because I wanted to know what is this? Like, why is it so bad? And just to kind of give you a quick recap of what this storyline is, it is a storyline of a 70-year-old lady that does one of these off the ropes jump on your body, like, you know, land your body on top of another wrestler. She does this. She lands on her body, starts holding her stomach, and they're like, oh no, the baby, you know, she's pregnant. This lady's like 70 years old.
Okay.
And then they do this whole storyline where it was like medics come in, take her out of the ring, and then it shows her backstage with like a an EMS person who is Tommy.
Oh,
and
it's actually him.
Yeah, it's him. And they were like, oh, the baby's coming. And she is giving birth. And all that happens, like those other wrestlers around and all these other people. And all that happens is when she finally gives birth to this baby, it is just a hand covered in like gel and like a bunch of like what looks like fake vomit. And this is the pinnacle of it, Andrew. They're like, well, let's give a hand. And they hold this hand up to the camera. Let's give a hand to Mae Young.
Wow.
I'm convinced that whole thing was just set up just so they could make that joke of let's give a hand.
It sounds like it. That is, I mean,
it's terrible. Like I understand why people would say it's like one of the worst moments because it is stupid. It reminded me a lot of the show, Andrew. It really did. So he just took because I think he worked for the WWE for over 10 years. I think he just took all his experience of writing the most ridiculous, stupid wrestling stories and just turned it up to 11.
Yeah, to where show. Like he could like, kill the character and then they would come back to life. I will say it was pretty interesting that Ed Piskor is he's the character designer of this show, and his two biggest claim to fame couldn't be more different. But his most notable works is X-Men Grand Design, which is like a redesign of like Stan Lee's original telling of the X-Men, and Hip Hop Family Tree.
All right.
Just
swinging for the fences.
Yeah, just two different ones. That is, I mean, I guess we can, I want to loosely talk about the voice cast a bit.
Do it.
Will Sasso is in this. And I was able to clock that pretty quickly.
Immediately,
so there's a character named Booter Lee Bog, it's his Will Sasso impression.
Okay.
He's like, Rusty Cleaver Crew. Like, I'm like, that's his Will Sasso. If you ever watched Mad TV,
you mean wait, no, that's his Paul Timberman from.
It might be the same. It's probably the same voice.
It's I pegged it immediately.
Okay, Will Sasso, Kenny Rogers.
Oh,
what did I say?
Yeah, you said Will Sasso impersonation.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I fucked that up. But yeah, it's just Kenny Rogers.
You're right. It is his Kenny Rogers.
It's Kenny Rogers, but that made me think Kenny Rogers is just the extreme version of Paul Timberman because they're both just
Southern,
ambiguous Southern.
Yep.
Well,
I'm Kenny Rogers.
I'm Kenny Rogers. Billy West is in this, and who I thought Justin Roiland was the voice of Fat Balthazar Kleberku, but it's actually Tommy Blanche. So I don't know who that is. And I mean, Rusty Kleberku, the main character of the show, is voiced by Jason Nash, who's doing a decent enough Randy the Macho Man impression.
Yeah,
that's what they're going for. He's like, I'm Rusty Kleberku.
Yeah,
he's no Dan Soder, but he does all right. Well, let's get into this show for a bit. This whole him having bad wrestling story writing, where it's just like it kind of works in this show's favor because it's a cartoon. Like you know.
It kind of makes
case
sense.
in point, Booter Lee was buried in an undisclosed location by the CIA because he was a demon wrestler.
Yeah, like he's possessed by a demon or some shit.
And it activates when you talk badly about his mother. You know what this show kind of sort of reminded me of?
What?
Do you remember in the Gen 1 Transformers, when they first discovered Devastator and he was not aligned to anyone? So the Autobots and the Decepticons fought over who would have Devastator because it would turn the tide of the battle.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of Transformers because most of the plots are about how to sign Booter Leibog to their side.
Yeah. I mean, he is like the best wrestler.
Yeah, he's the best wrestler because he's unfathomably strong.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't really care for it that much. I didn't find it. I didn't find it funny back in the day. And I thought the violence is okay. Like the fights are okay-ish. You know, it's just wrestling cranked up to 11.
The only episode that I actually found myself like somewhat laughing at, and it was just a few scenes in it. It's the legal episode.
That episode is funny, but mainly because of the judge.
The judge.
Yeah, the
funny.
judge is like, what are y'all doing? This is a courtroom. This is not how any of this works.
I do love how it ends with I forgot who was it, the one wrestler that was just like
Fat Balthazar Kleberku just starts saying USA.
Yeah, he's just like USA.
My favorite part of that episode is when Blackstack Johnson goes, "Hey Rusty, you see that guy over there?" And he's like, "Yeah, isn't that the jury foreman?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been fucking the shit out of his wife all week." He's like, "How is that supposed to help?"
Well, you said no violence.
Well, you said no violence. I got confused.
That is probably out. I think I only watched like half the episodes because it is a tough watch.
It is a tough watch. It has not for nothing. It does have a lot of talent in it. It's honestly just the writing. It's not even like a hard show to look at because these CGI flash animation shows, it's not bad. Like they're not bad to look at. It's just,
I think it's too absurd.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like it's an Adult Swim. They go with like the absurd settings and whatever it is, but this one just felt like it was trying way too hard.
Yeah, I agree. It's trying too hard at all of the humor that and I don't want to shit on this guy's writing, but it's like it does scream like, please laugh at this.
Yeah.
I'm sure even though Adult Swim tells you should be 18 or older to watch this, it is aimed at teenagers. And the gratuitous violence of it is probably more appealing versus back then. But even back then, I didn't really care for it that much. I guess no one else did since it only ran for 10 episodes.
I do just wonder if you're just a really big wrestling fan.
Yeah. Actually, I would like to know.
Speak to you.
Yeah, is this a show that did you really enjoy it?
Yeah.
I just want to see some behind the scenes of Will Sasso voicing Booter Lee Bog, because it really does seem like he is screaming at the top of his lungs every time he's on screen. Like, it is
I almost
so
feel
funny. That's more funny to me, understanding how like voice acting works now than anything else in the show, because it's just like, I lost it.
I like to think he donned his Kenny Rogers makeup for Mad TV just to get into character.
Yeah. There is also
why
some
is
other
Will Sasso dressed up as Kenny Rogers? He
Harry
said
Dean,
he needed to do this for this port.
it is Harry Dean Stanton's his character, Baron Kleberku. I like his character design because he's just this like haggard ass old man with like a knee replacement scar and a heart attack, bypass scar, eye patch. It's just
some of the characters designs, like,
I love the character. Like, the character design is part of the reason I kept going back and watching this show. And
but you're right. It's just the writing of it. Just the whole
writing
story
of the show kind of turns you off of it.
Yeah,
that's really it. But Joel, it's time to move to your new reoccurring segment, reviews that are Mongo great and reviews that have gotten pinned to the mat. I only had a bad one.
Oh, okay.
The bad one was locked and loaded. I was like,
I was hoping you would do like a pinned reference. So I'm happy.
Okay, yeah, it's the only one, but I was like, what do I say for good? And then I was like, maybe I can work at Mongo. I did not do that successfly.
I feel like it's been a while since we've had a show that has this low of a rating, but it is sitting at a 3.9 out of 10.
Okay,
IMDb.
This low of a rating, and also this low of a number of people who've rated it.
173.
173 reviews, sitting at a 3.9 out of 10. This
thing only has 2 written reviews on IMDb, a 1-star and a 6-star. I'm not going to read the 6-star. The 6-star is too lengthy. Even the 1-star is a little lengthy, but I just kind of want to read the last bit of the 1-star review. The guy titled the review as absolutely unwatchable, but he kind of ends it with, the so-called humor, if it's there at all, is lowbrow and hasn't even gotten me to grin once. Some shows are funny stupid, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Squidbillies, and etc. This show is really just stupid. Why Mongo Wrestling Alliance is still on the air is beyond me. Still clear of this show, and maybe Adult Swim will wise up and put something watchable on the air.
Oh, so he must have watched that like
when it was
in syndication.
Yeah,
because this is one thing Adult Swim will do that I always find a little funny. So if this show sucks enough, you can watch it on their website for free. But if you want to watch Rick and Morty, you got to prove that you have cable.
Yeah.
Which I've always been like, I really want to go back and watch the Mongo Wrestling Alliance. But
they know what shows.
Yeah, they know what shows pay the bills and what shows are like padding. And this is what one of those shows are. Case in point, like I said, I think I said last time, I was like, you could go back and watch Drinky Crow. If you remember it fondly and you think it's funny, you'll probably think it's funny again. I don't know if anybody really thought this show was funny, and I would not go back.
My only thing would be more of a challenge to any listeners.
See how far you can get.
Well, see how far you can get. And if you're a big wrestling fan, watch it and let us know.
I would be curious if you're a wrestling fan, does this resonate more with you?
Yeah, like, is it like one of those things where it's like you find it funny because wrestling can be really ridiculous like this sometimes?
I wonder if there are any like wrestling references of the time that you pick up on if you're a super fan. Yeah. Of which we are not. But if you would like to be a super fan of us, you can go to patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have the $5 tier that gets you stickers and pins mailed to your door. Gets you access to the Discord, bonus episodes, extended audio. Actually, I think I changed it to free still. I think I need to make another invite post. So if you're on the free tier, look out for that. If you'd like to send a regular request, you can go to cartoondumpsterdive.com. There you can also go to our store and buy a shirt. On Twitter, we're CartoonDD. Everywhere else, we're Cartoon Dumpster Dive. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we appreciate a 5-star review on the podcasting platform of your choice so we can reach that Mongo status, so we can alliance ourselves with cooler podcast. Have a great rest of your week and wrestle them. Got all three. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.